Hello there everybody and welcome to yet another one of my video/streams. Today we are doing the final part in making a very simple game with Unity series. Let me see if I'm recording. Yes, I am. So yeah, I've decided to just make some rough adjustments, so to say, more or less, um, not rough but rather fine, some fine adjustments, some working on the details of the game before I actually swap in the graphics and the audio that I'm going to put in. Let me go ahead and make a very short to-do list because there's quite a high amount of things that I have on my mind that I'd like to get finished. First off, I'll just do it over here. So let's see. Okay, so we'll have like, first of all, we'll have adjust the egg spawning, not rate but percentages, because I wouldn't want to have the amount of special eggs that I have right now. Then secondly, I would like to handle no, not handle, create special rolling trigger for egg roll sound. This is going to be needed in order to make the eggs make the rolling sound when they get near to the end of the ramp, because it would be too annoying to have the sound of the eggs rolling like completely on all the time. And I just decided that maximum speed should anyway just be when it's at the end of the ramp, or almost at the end of the ramp. So I'll just do that. Then we'll have what else today? We have a bug which I don't know if I can actually fix. It's quite a complicated one. So try to fix the eggs hitting different catch zones, which is annoying because when we play the game at higher speeds, I mean when the game increases in speed, then the eggs start to fly off completely in the wrong direction, so to say. Let's see if I can simulate this over here. I might just do that because I have a special one over there, right? Or is it not a special one? It almost happened over there. I'm probably gonna lose now. Okay. Oh, did you see that? So because of the increase in speed, the eggs are even flying off from the upper ramps towards the lower ones, which is obviously not ideal at all. So that should be changed. So what I'm thinking is that we need, rather than a physical catcher, we just need a trigger, just like we need with the other ones. And what we'll do, once the egg gets high enough on the ramp, off the ramp, sorry. Why am I still playing? I actually like the game now. I mean, I've always liked it, right? Damn. Okay, the super mode is quite something. There we go, I just lost. Oh, I've also implemented the ads, I'll show you in a moment. So let's get back to it. So this is a very hard thing to fix, because what I might actually want to do is actually make the catch zones only trigger zones, right? So at this point it's a collision 2D obstacle, I can't show you right now, but you'll understand what I mean. But what I want to do, or rather what I'd like to do, is have it just be trigger zones, which are not physical. So once you hit the right one, then the egg sort of disappears. I'm just thinking about a lot of the stuff that I want to do. I don't know that this video alone is going to be. I don't know if I'll have enough time in this video alone. 1 second, I will be right back. So I'm back. Sorry. Right, where was I? I was just saying how complicated this is to fix, and I'll probably get into it when I get into it. Right, what is the other thing that I'm trying to fix at this point in time? So generate the right amount of eggs. Special rolling trigger for the egg rolling sounds. Try to fix the eggs. I'll also make start making the adjustment for, not adjustment, the preparation for having sounds in the game. So I'll probably have to research that for a bit. Okay, sound, implement sounds. Yeah. Let me just show you guys that I've implemented advertisements which are with Unity. So at this point, this is going to be the button for show ads for lives. That's how this game is going to be monetized. So there's not going to be any microtransactions or buying of the game. So you just click the button, you watch the ad. This shows that the ads have been implemented. I'm going to use Unity ads because it's the fastest and easiest way, not because they are good. After you've seen the ad, you can't click it anymore, and then you have 3 lives once again, just as you did at the start of the game, and you can go ahead and play once more. So but oh no, there we go. Right, so oh yeah, and adjust. Okay, so that's also when you lose a second time, it's game over and you have to start over again. Also, what I'd like to do is make the eggs, once they hit the floor. Okay, let me write this. Eggs on floor must stop moving, which means when an egg hits the floor, it has to stop moving because the animation is going to show a broken egg, and broken eggs don't slide on the floor as one might imagine, or rather they don't slide at all. Maybe some of the yolk, the yolk gets pushed around, but then what else? I just said it. There was something else. Oh yeah, I almost said it. Make super mode spawning and speed. Actually, only just the spawning, right? Yeah, just the spawning. Last half as long. So the biggest problem right now when you get into super mode is that it spawns a lot of eggs, and then they start coming down a lot faster. And actually spawning and speed, yeah, and egg speed. Make super mode spawning and egg speed last half as long, or maybe not half as long, last a bit not longer, a bit less than immunity, right? Because what happens right now is the eggs, there are lots of eggs on the ramps and they are moving very fast, and then the super mode ends, which means your immunity ends, but you still have a shitload of eggs, and they are coming down fast, and you can't possibly catch them all. So what I'd like to do is like add like 3 more seconds to the super mode, and when I've added 3 more seconds to the super mode so that you can clear the ramps of the eggs that were over there, and they start spawning naturally and coming down naturally again, then you have a chance of not losing terribly because of that. Also, I want to limit the amount of maximum lives. Limit amount of max lives, because it wouldn't be fun or it wouldn't be nice just to have a limitless amount of lives, like have 20 lives or something like that. I was thinking of having of giving like max 7. I think 7 lives maximum should be the sweet spot for any one playthrough. Right, so let's go ahead and start off with this one, because this is obviously the easiest one, I would say. Limit amount of max lives. This is going to be done over here. Over here. If cl.max lives smaller 8, then do this. No, smaller than 7, because if it's 7 you wouldn't want. Yes. So this is going to limit the amount of max lives to 7 always. Right. So this is done. Can I strike this through? Well, I'll just put a big X next to it. Make super mode spawning and X speed last. This takes a bit longer, I'm thinking. Let's see actually what is going to be the second hardest thing to do. Adjust the X spawning percentages. Oh wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me just show you guys first and foremost what I did to enable the advertisement. So you can find this online very easily. It's very easy to just you just need to open services and turn ads on, and then you'll have a lot of settings to do over there. That's not very interesting. Now the next thing that I did was place the code down. What? In the file found. How is this a problem? Whatever. I don't know what it means. There we go. It went away. Okay, so you just enable that, and then you put the button that activates your ads. In this case, I made this button, which you can see right now because its canvas is deactivated, but it basically goes into the game script, and it calls the show ad script. And then in the game script, what you have to do is very simple. You just need to type in using Unity Engine advertisements, and then at the bottom of the code, I know this looks like shit, but it's a small project. I have 2 functions. I have a public void show ad, which is called by the button, and in this case it checks if rewarded video is ready with the advertisement center, and if it is, then it spawns this variable called options. It's from the class options. It gives a callback to at the event of these. I can't talk today. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry, guys. These Christmas days haven't been very easy on me, even though I should be resting. That's definitely not what happened. But anyway, getting back. So I define this function called after add, which you can see over here, and then the result callback is the event that comes from the options, and afterwards I also say advertisement show type rewarded video with the options so that the callback is with the result is being initiated when the ad is finished or whatever. And then after ad is being called, I have a switch case with the result, and if it's finished, which means the player waited and watched the whole ad, which might be a small video or whatever, like picture, then I just disable the possibility of having an ad. Wait, did I just mock this up? Yeah, I also need to re-enable it once the game restarts. So yes. So every time the game restarts, you can view one more ad, right? So each time that you play the game, you have kind of like a backup of free lives, and yeah, you can just view the ad and continue playing until you lose again. But that doesn't that doesn't actually screw me, right? I would hope. Let's see. Let me just test this out right now. There we go, I lost. I'm watching an ad. I have 3 lives, no more ads right now. Continue, I'm going to lose again. Yep, I lost and I can't lose. It's completely over this time. I start the game again, and if I lose again, this was the case that I didn't actually test, and it probably didn't work before. Now I can view an ad again. I have 3 lives again, and then I can continue. And I probably lose again. Yep, that's it. Okay, good stuff. Oh, also I need to remove the eggs. Yeah, I probably need to also remove the eggs once, like all of the eggs, even those that are on the floor, once a new game starts. Whatever. Maybe I'll do that some other time. But anyway, let's get back into it. So I just I disable having ads, and I give 3 lives. I update the lives. I change the text to game pause from game over, and that's it. And I haven't yet done the cases where the player skipped or failed, or the ad failed. I mean, basically nothing should happen in that case. I mean, you shouldn't be given 3 lives, and the game shouldn't be able to continue if you haven't watched the ad. Also, the button should still be active for you to see the ad. Maybe this is okay, I don't know. I hope it is with the guys from the ads or whatever. But anyway, back to it. So this is how I've implemented the ads. Very simple. Most of the other work that I need to do is being done with the account online and such. Getting back into it, so I've done this one. Let's see now. Adjust the egg spawning percentages. Right, so this should be a bit easier, but I'm not sure actually. Create special rolling trigger for egg roll sound. Try to fix the eggs hitting different catch zones. This is very complicated. Implement sounds. Eggs on floor must stop moving. So you know what? I think I'll just start with implementing the sounds. Maybe that should be a good idea. Yeah, let's see. Unity sound effects and music samples. Unity sound effects and scripting. Here we go. Okay, this is what I needed. Crash sound. What tutorial is this? Sound effects and scripting. Well, no, I don't need actually effects and scripting. I just need audio. I think audio is, yeah. No, this isn't going to happen. Okay, I need something much simpler. I just need the code, not a 1 hour audio Unity. Come on, dudes. Manual audio files. Just give me the code, guys. Audio overview. This is way too complicated, right? No, I don't need that. I just need to import assets, audio assets, and have them play whenever I feel like. Nope. Looks like DuckDuckGo is failing me. Simple Unity sounds. Why is this making a simple game playing sound effects? This is it. Playing audio clip. Yeah. Yeah, just play one freaking audio clip. Audio source component to your game object. Okay, so I'll need audio source components. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to the ostrich coops. Let's add something. Audio source. This is okay. This seems interesting. This is where I put the clip. Oh crap. Okay, so this seems like it's going to take a lot more than I actually imagined it would. No, not play on awake. Just play when I want to play. Okay, so it seems like the thing to do is to actually just add these components. And no, not listener. God damn it. It's not going to play. So let's add these. Okay, so we have them. We have the coops, which they should be making some sounds at some point. Then what else do we have? We have the floor. Yeah, we have the floor. This is going to have the effect for breaking the eggs when they hit the floor. Okay, great. Then we'll have the egg catcher. Does this guy have an effect? Yes, he does have an effect whenever he changes position. So he's going to have one as well. An audio source, which doesn't play on awake. It just plays whenever I tell it to play. Okay. What else now? The lives tab, that's also going to have an effect, right? Yes. It's going to have a... Actually, it's going to have a lot of effects, possibly. We'll see if this is enough. And then the score tab. The multiplier tab with the score tab. This is also going to have a... Yeah. A multitude of possible effects on it. The buttons themselves don't do anything. Rather, the ramps will also have an effect, but I'll have to put in the objects that trigger the effect for eggs rolling off. What else? Yeah, and also the catcher is going to have most of the effects, depending on what eggs it catches. We'll see about that. And also the ramps. And I guess this is it. I guess, yeah. Okay. So let's leave it at that for now. So let's just say that this is kind of implemented. We'll see. This should be easy. This should be easy. Eggs on floor must stop moving. So when the eggs hit the floor, they just have to stop. This is going to be done over here, I think. This is the egg. But we also have the collision game object, and I can tell the collision game object, because this is like so, I can tell it to freeze X, the rigid body. So I'm going to get the rigid body of that egg. This is going to be done Oh, this is a catcher help, it's not the floor. Sorry. I was going to actually make a mistake. So, okay, it needs to be over here. So what happens if it's an egg? So regardless of what happens there, I need to also tell curl.gameObject dot get component rigid body 2D dot not rotation constraints dot freeze X. No, actually I'm going to set the body type to static at that point. Yeah, I think that's easier. Body type is this it? Would this work? Any errors? Cat implicity to, okay, so it's a rigid body type 2D, Unity Engine rigid body type 2D. Okay, so it's going to be rigid what? Rigid body type 2D static. So that should work, right? Let's see. So the point would be when it hits the floor, it has to stop moving. That's great. Okay, that was much easier than I thought. Great. There we go. We've got an X over here as well. Then that's hard, or rather not easy. This is not very hard, but it's a lot of guesswork. Oh, also I need to adjust the difficulty, and I'll do it with you guys. Tweak difficulty, because at this point it's a bit too fast. When I first started making these videos like a couple of weeks ago, or whenever, when I got back into making the game was too slow, and now it's too fast, I feel like. Okay, let's see this one. Make super mode spawning and egg speed last a bit less than immunity. Right. Let's go ahead to super mode. I mean, egg gravity 400 is a... that's okay actually. Timer is 300, which 300 actually only means 5 seconds. That's not what should happen. The super mode should be like at least 10 seconds. I'm thinking maybe even actually 10 seconds. Oh, and another to do, which I might not do today because it's too much, is make visual text pop-ups for events. So each time we have an event, I want the player to have a message written on the screen, like right above the kangaroo over here, which is going to say what is happening. Something like super mode, or +1 lives, or stuff like that, so that the player understands better what is going on the screen, until he obviously starts learning how the game mechanics actually work. Okay, so let's go back here. So 300 is definitely not enough. It's the game is doing 60 FPS, which this roughly translates to 5 seconds. That's definitely too small of a time period. Let's go for 1200. Let's go for 20 seconds. And if it's 1200, if it's 20 seconds, low gravity mode, let's just make it 10 seconds. It's not that big of a deal, and to spawn a super egg is going to be much more complicated than it is right now. And let's adjust the difficulty while we're at it. Like, the current spawn rate of 60 is kind of okay, maybe, but this one of 30 is just too much. We'll go for 40. Egg gravity, I don't know, maybe 250 is also okay. Oh, I also need to increase the difficulty over time. So this is also something that I kept talking about and never got to do it. So look at how many things I'm doing. I just did almost three to-dos, and I have another one. Increase difficulty over time. This is going to be a big day, so to say. So we'll also tweak the difficulty while we're at it. So I think that spawning rate of 40 should be okay for the last speed, so to say. This is a bit too much. Let's go for a bit slower gravity increase. Let's go from 30 to 30. It's going to be 140, and then the last one is going to be 200, so that it actually feels a lot faster. And yeah, where do I actually move these? So 400 is for the super mode, 25 is for the half gravity mode, which is, it's actually not half gravity but rather slow gravity mode, low gravity mode, better said. Let's see, where do I don't actually do this any. Yep. Okay. And then the spawn rates, they get from 60 to 40. Also, I want to increase dist from 10 to 15 because some eggs spawn way too close to each other. Let's see if that works out. Yep, this should be a bit better. Quite actually. Okay. Whatever. It's so hard to play with the mouse, but anyway. Oh look, I'm going to have like... I'm just not losing lives. Oh, it's because of the faster game mode, I'm guessing. There we go, I am losing now. Let's go ahead and lose. And I think it's a new record. Is it? Okay, there we go. It's a new record. You can even go higher. But now I'll just, keep it like that. Anyway. Good. What else? The egg spawn rate starts from 60, goes to 40. There we go, 60. Oh. Okay, that's correct. It's the current spawn rate, and then the update function actually sets it over here. Okay, that's good. Good, so this needs to be a function. Egg type, and I will make it a function because it's probably going to get a bit more complicated than that. Let's call it spawn diversity. No, spawn random egg. There we go. And let's put it down over here. I might just get all of these functions which are here and put them in a special utilities file. Nope. Spawn random egg, I think was the name, right? I have such short memory. It's amazing. Yeah, I think that was it. No, it's not it. Oh, it should be an int. Got it. Okay, let's go back to here and say tweak difficulty. Let's say that this was, oh, not that. This was done. This is still a work in progress, right? Because I'm still going to modify this at some point. To some degree. Okay, so I'm working on this. Let's see if I can get anything over here for Unity random chance. With range, random range generate value with probability. Okay. Okay, so this can get complicated very fast, as you guys can probably see. Okay. Hmm. Seems like this should be. Seems like this should be it. Hmm. So let's try ahead. Let's go ahead and try this. Whoa. Wait. Is that? Oh, okay. So it's I need to do it myself. So you do it with this for each selection. Hmm. Okay, I don't actually have time for all of this. So I saw the hardcore, very simple method at first, this one, and I'm probably going to go for this. One common way is to fill a container with a set of values and then just, yeah. Okay, that's actually exactly what I'm going to do because there are not that many options. There are only 15 types of eggs, and most of them are going to be type 1 and type. Like most of them are going to be type 1. So I'm just going to do exactly this and not anything more complicated. So let's go ahead and this is going to take a lot of space, but you know, whatever. Um, I don't think I have zeros actually. I think it goes from, it's not a private. This is not a private either. And then, yep. And then random range. I think it's unity dot random. Wait, how was this done before? Random. Random dot range actually. Min max. So what's the problem? Wait, what? I was actually thinking of doing something along these lines, but I don't know what the problem is right now. Do I not have the random dot range? Why is this? Oh, Unity engine dot. Damn it. There we go. Okay, so I don't know that we have zeros, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go to egg types. Oh, we do have zeros. So it's from 0 to 14. Okay, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we definitely want 14 to be only one, like only one chance to have 14. Let's put in two 13s. What is 12? Decrease the multiplier by 1. That's 2 1. That should also be just 1. That's 12 is okay. So that's a very bad negative. Decrease the multiplier by 3 points should be I mean, yeah, I can make whatever, 2 of them, and then these can be 3 of them, so a much higher chance to decrease it by just 1 point. Let's not forget to put in the commas. Then we have 9, 8, and 7. This should also be 1 chance, 2 chances, 3 chances. So it's kind of going to be, so this is just going to be 1, 2 chances, and then 3 chances. There we go. Okay, that looks okay, I would think. Okay, and then 6. 6 is going to be super eggs for 20 points. Yeah, we'll put 2 of them in here. I'm not going to do the math, but I'm doing them by, you know, just looking at them at this point. We'll do the math afterwards, like in percentages. Then 5 points for big eggs. 5 is for big eggs. We can have, yeah, we can have 4 of them. Big eggs should be a bit more common, let's say. And then, okay, 4 and 3 is live eggs, and we can have a rotten egg which takes 1 life, and a very stinky egg which takes 1 max life. We can have 2 stinky eggs, and we can have 3 rotten eggs chances. Let's just put it like that. And we can have the same for egg regen and max life. So we'll go for 2 for max life eggs and 3 for egg regen. So you have kind of the same chances of getting either positive or negative eggs. And then for normal eggs, we, as I've said, I want this percentage to be quite high so that most eggs are actually normal eggs. So let's go ahead and put in this isn't going to be correct actually. Oh, it is. But why is this this should be a string, yeah. So let's go ahead and have, I don't know, how many eggs, how many types of special eggs do we have right now? So we have like 3, 5, 8, 10, 14, 16, 19, 21, 22, 25, 7, 28, 30, 31. We have 31 eggs. So 31 special types of eggs. So that means that in order to get a 50-50 chance for either a special egg or a normal egg, you'd have to go for another 31 of the normal ones. Let's go. Let's see how many ones we have over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 15. Let's go for another 15. It's going to be, so this should be right now around 50%. So it's a 50% chance to have a normal egg, and then it's a 50% chance to have a special egg. Let's see if this works. Roughly speaking, obviously, because you know, gambler's fallacy always is a big part of playing with random numbers. Okay. Seems like it's working. There's a bad egg. I mean, yeah. Ah, lost that one. But this seems to be actually where it's at. So you need more, a lot of normal eggs. There we go. That's the super mode right there. Just keep misclicking them. But anyway, you guys get the point. Good. That seemed to be a lot better than it used to be. Let's get back into the code. So I fixed this, but I did not actually fix... I'm getting sidetracked so easily today. This. I started working on this and I didn't actually do it. But let's just say that this is fixed at least. There we go. Adjust the exporting percentages. If I want to increase the amount of normal eggs that you can get, just increase this the amount of zeros in here, and then that's going to happen. So this is a very, let's say, rough implementation, but it's effective, right? And since you don't have a very high amount of types of eggs or whatever items that you want to generate, this should work just properly as it is right now. Good. I'm probably going to increase this a bit more in the future, like maybe make it 70-30, 70% chance of a normal egg and then 30% chance of a special egg, and then even then it's chances for the special eggs being whatever. Why did I leave 5 4 times in? I'm actually curious now. 5 for the big eggs. Okay, so the 5 point. Yeah, that I can actually, you know what? Yeah, this you can put in a couple more. Because the big eggs should be, a lot more easily seen than the other ones. Actually, let's go for 5 of them, like 10 of them. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, let's go for that. And then we'll put another 10 normal eggs in here as well. 2, 4, 5, 5. That's 5. There we go. So yeah, that should be something along the lines of what I would like to see in the game. I'll just have to tweak it around in the future a bit. I don't like this, right? But why did they write like that? That's not nice. Anyway, back to it. So I'm spawning random eggs. That's great. This is done. Super mode, spawning mode, and egg speed last a bit less than immunity. So this is going to have to do this. Let's go ahead and see where this comes into effect. It is over here, obviously. Right, so what I have to do right now is check the timer, and if the timer is okay, I got it now. So I'll need to take the timer, the if statement out of here for if timer is 0, and place it in case 1, which is the low gravity mode, like so. And I will also this doubles the amount of egg spawning rates. Okay, that's cool. And I will also place it over here, and this code as well. Actually, no, this isn't going to be here. This is going to be up a bit upper. Spawning break. There we go. This is going to be an else. Actually, you don't need that. And then we'll have an if. C get timer is equals, actually. If it equals, like how much? The last 5 seconds? Yes. If it equals 300, no, if it's bigger than 300, I'm dumb. I'm a dumbass. If it's bigger than 300, if it has more than that, I'm just going to double triple actually the exponent. Triple it? That's a bit. I don't know if I'd like to triple it actually. Yeah, whatever. Let's just triple it. Okay. I'm keeping the global effect. I'm not going to modify it. I'm keeping this as well. Why was I doing this? No, that's not a good idea. This is not a good idea. This shouldn't be here. And I'm also... Wait, does adjust difficulty work with... Okay, so I think that I've done that for not, as it may. Oh, this is actually a very complicated. This is actually a very complicated task because of the fact that I have two special cases that modify the gravity types, the thingies. Well, you know what? At least, I mean, I'll keep the gravity. Let's just go ahead and say that I will keep the gravity. This is false. If this doesn't equal 0 or bigger than 0, yeah, if it's bigger than 0, then return. So that was a bug. You know what? I'm going to keep the gravity, but just not spawn as many eggs anymore. So if it's bigger than 300, then you will do that. Else, if it's not bigger than 300, the egg spawning break is going to lessen anyway because of the this line over here. And we'll set the current global effect to 0. Can I actually adjust difficulty with a parameter? I could actually do it, but it wouldn't look nice. I could actually set a parameter over here and check here if it's bigger than 0. You know what? Okay, let's just do this. If it's 1, you just return. Else, if current global global effect, there we go, is 2, then return as well. This looks like shit, but you know what? Current global effect equals 3. So we'll have new one. What? There's no need for an else. Yeah, you just do the spawning rate and the gravity scale according to the current difficulty, slash multiplier, and only the floor effect stands in. And we'll have to go back. Handle multiplier change. If it's 2, then don't do anything. I might change this. I don't know. I don't know if I like this. If I like having this return when the multiplier should change and it doesn't because of the fact that you're in super mode. Actually, I'm going to change this. I don't like this one. I'll just, for now, comment it off. Right, so what will happen next is there we go. If it's case 2, if the timer is bigger than 300, just, you know, decrement this shit. Else, if it, else, let me just take this off right here. So else, if it's not bigger than 300, let's go ahead and put a case 3 in, case 3, and a break, and let's put this code in, and then if the case is not, if the timer isn't bigger than 300 anymore, then just set it to 300, to current global effect number 3, and then in the next time that it iterates, it's going to get in here into the third case, and it's going to check whether the timer is at 0 or not, and when it gets to 0, the whole thing stops and the floor ignore also stops. So I'm giving the player another 5 seconds to either catch all the eggs or, you know, let them fall on the ground. That should be more than enough, right? I'm thinking. Now this is going to be hard to measure because the super mode is going to take like quite a long time to spawn. I'm thinking, maybe. Okay. Hmm. Okay, so obviously a lot of normal eggs are spawning. I haven't seen a special one yet. Maybe soon. If not, I'll have to change the. There we go. That's the super mode right now. I don't know, 30 seconds. That should be like quite a long amount of time. And then I think they slow down, right? There, they can still. There we go. They can still. I'm not losing lives. Yeah, there we go. We are. Okay, so that was the 5 seconds. So I think that the case is working properly at this point in time. Right. Good stuff. I haven't checked the multiplier, but I did lose. Now what I will do is, okay, so let's adjust that. Yep, this is also done. Let me put in another to do, and this is going to be called, actually it's not a to do. Come on, let's not kid ourselves. What I'll do right now is make the multiplier only go down by 2 maximum whenever you lose an egg, because it, you know, that wasn't, it's not that fun to just lose your multiplier completely. let's just this is the floor, this is the floor. You lose the current egg count. No, you don't lose the current egg count. Maybe I can increase this. Yeah, no, half a second is okay. Decrease cache. So if decrease cache is true, okay, there we go. Okay, so if you lose one life, no, just decrease the multiplier by 2. Only 2 points. Only 2 multiplier points, because losing all of it is just not that fun, right? So yeah, that should be okay now. All right, so this should be working fine. Let's see what else we've got to do today. Increase difficulty over time. I mean, this should theoretically be easy to do. Like, I mean, if the game lasts more than a couple of minutes, then you're either a god at the game, or you got lucky. Let me think about it. What should happen over time? Like 2 minutes is for 120 seconds. 120 seconds times 60, that's like a lot, right? 12 times 6 is, I mean, it's already 1200, and then times 6, that's like 6, 12, 7200, 70, yeah. So for every, let's just go for every minute or every 30 seconds. No, every minute. So every minute that you're still alive in the game, yeah, let's make it last a lot longer. So let's go ahead and make a global variable called integer seconds since start. It's going to be 0. This is also going to be increased, initialized to 0. Okay, I've got a phone call, so sorry, I'll be right back. Right, so I'm back. Sorry for the small break. made the second since start thingy. I'm going to always reinitialize it to 0 when the game restarts, you know, because that's obviously correct, or a correct thing to do. Let's just put it over here. And in the fixed update, I will iterate this. Every time a fixed update happens, which should be 60 times a second, unless the device you're playing on is dog shit and is really bad at actually playing this easy game, which I don't actually foresee. But even if it happens, then I'm very sorry for you. This isn't the game for you. If you can't even play this on your mobile phone, on your smartphone or tablet, whatever, then you probably need new hardware, right? So this is going to be iterated every time to 60, and afterwards we're going to do a no, not here. This isn't here. This is not here. In the adjust difficulty option over here, we're going to have a local variable called integer. No, that's not good. Is it? I don't know. Let's make a switch case. Actually, no. Yeah, no, that's not a good idea. Let's go for an integer, and it's going to be called time difficulty adjuster, and this is going to get the seconds since start divided by 60, right? So if this is going to be more than 60, this is going to be 1 second. So you have, actually not time, seconds. This isn't seconds, this is time since start. No, this is updates since start. Let's go ahead and rename this, because the first naming is incorrect, sadly. It's going to be, that's going to be that, that's going to be that, and then that's going to be that. It's going to be called updates since start, because that's what it actually measures. It's the amount of updates that happened. And maybe Unity actually had that. Whatever, it's not that big of a deal. I'll do it myself. And then in the difficulty adjuster over here, I'm going to get seconds game seconds total, and this is going to be the updates since start divided by 60, and hopefully this is going to be correct. And with that in mind, we're going to do no, not this. This is no, that would be much. That would be much too much. So let's make another number, and let's call that. Actually, you know what? Game minutes. So every minute, and this is going to be 3,600, because a minute has. No, that's not correct. One update is 60 of a second. You have 60 updates a second, which means 60 seconds for a minute. 60 times 60, yeah, this is correct. So every 3,600 updates, this is going to be a I don't know that I should do this over here. Yeah, I'll do it over here, whatever. So I'll get that, and what I'll do is, what do I want to do actually? So we can increase them by 5. Let's say no, 5 isn't going to be too much. It's going to be too much, I mean. Well, actually, so I need 2 variables in order to modify these 2 things over here. Yeah, we'll do it by 5. So I'll have an integer GMT spawn rate, and this is going to be game minutes total times times 5. It's times 2. And we'll have an integer GMT egg gravity scale, and that's going to be 10. GMT game minutes total times 10. So for 1 minute you're going to have an increase of gravity scale of 10. For 2 minutes it's going to be let's go for 20. Let's go for 20. So at 5 minutes you have a full 100, but 5 minutes, no game should last 5 minutes. It should be impossible to do it that long. And then the spawning rates, it's going to be times 2, and it's going to be minus 10 for 5 minutes. I don't know, is that, let's do it, no, times, yeah, okay. And then we're going to actually current spawn rate gets current spawn rate minus this. So it's going to be 48 after the first minute, 58 after the first minute. That's not that much. Let's go for times 3. So if you've been playing for 3 minutes, it's going to be by a full 10. If you've been playing for 5 minutes, it's going to be by 15, which is going to make the game extremely hard to play on the last multiplier. And then the gravity is going to increase by 20 scale per minute, which is going to make it almost 50% faster after 5 minutes. Maybe this, let's go for 25. And this is going to be this has to be over here, sadly. Oh, plus. This will have to be done over here. Because you have to add it. So it's going to be at 5 minutes, it's going to be plus 125. Okay. Now I'd like to test this out, but I don't know if I can last that long. Maybe I can. Debug.log GMT spawn rate GMT egg gravity scale. There we go. So let's see if the game starts and if it works properly. Kind of doesn't. What? Invalid arguments? Object. What? What? How is this 299? What? Has some invalid arguments. The best overload method match. Argument 2 cannot convert integer expression to type Unity object. Unity engine not object. Why is this Unity engine not object? Do I need to cast it? Wait. Integer value of Unity engine.integer. What? Do I need to cast this? Seems like somebody wrote to me. I'll check that out later. Okay, let's see now. Unity cast integer. Oh, as int. Okay. Let's just put everything as int. I mean, no. What the? Okay, so that didn't work. So I'm completely... Am I writing debug log incorrectly? No, that's the only debug log. This is going to be a troll. Oh, he actually called me. What? No. Sorry, but you know, it's impossible to take calls right now. Right. Am I writing this? I can't believe that I'm actually looking for this. Unity debug log had is this? No. Is this it? Really? Okay, thanks for wasting 5 minutes of my life on that. Anyway, let's go ahead and see if that actually works. If that actually works. There we go. 1 minute. I don't know if I'll last 1 minute, but I'll try. We'll see. 0 0. Yeah, I mean it is 0 0 because, you know, obviously. Okay. Should be coming up on 1 minute, maybe. It's still 0 0. This is taking way too long. Whatever. No, no, don't die, don't die. I mean, that should have been 1 minute, right? Can't possibly be. Okay. 25. 25? What 25 minutes? That's not correct. The fuck? Okay. So it was 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, and then suddenly it was 25 and 3. Okay. Okay, that was correct. So it obviously increased. That took a lot. I'm going to have to test this a bit further. But yeah, I'm going to say that. Which one was it? This one, right? Yeah, I'm going to say that this one was also done. So I'm thinking that I'm coming up on 2 hours soon. How many do I have left? I have make visual text pop-ups for events. This shouldn't be too hard, I think, maybe. And then try to fix the eggs hitting different catch zones. This is hard. And then create special rolling trigger for egg roll sound. So basically these two are kind of the same, and then this one is has more to do with the visuals. Let's go ahead and research this one, if there is a trigger zone, if I can create a trigger zone in Unity. Trigger zone. Colliders as triggers. Can you actually do that? And it's a visual. On trigger enter, on trigger stay, on trigger exit. Is trigger. Let's see that. Is the collider a trigger? A trigger doesn't register a collision with an incoming rigid body. Instead, it sends on trigger enter, on trigger exit, on trigger stay message when a rigid body enters or exits the trigger volume. Collider dot is trigger. Okay, let's go ahead and see the ramps. Okay, we have the box collider. Oh, we can actually set it to is trigger. The only problem is I have to make 4 of these zones over here. Actually, you know what I'll do? I can actually solve these. I can solve, which one was this? Fix this one. I think this one I can solve by making the positions of the catchers, the catcher help scripts over here. Not a 2D collision, but actually a collision, but a trigger. On collision enter 2D, on trigger enter 2D. Is that it? Is that something that I can do? On trigger enter. Okay, let's go ahead and see what is happening if I just, when I put the parentheses like that. That was dumb. Actually, I don't like it. Better said. Let's go ahead and just do that and call it on trigger enter. will go ahead and comment out that code, and the catcher is going, the catcher open up is going to be trigger. And not a collision. Okay, let's go ahead and see if that actually works. Nope. They do pass through it, but it doesn't actually work. Any errors? No. Is the code wrong? On trigger, enter 2D. That doesn't work either. Alright. Okay, let's go ahead and use the old one. Collision 2D. The problem is I don't want them to collide because the eggs will automatically disappear if you're in the correct position anyway. So I just want them to... Oh, actually they shouldn't be... Whoa, that's not working any longer at all. Because it's a trigger and it's not a material anymore. Box collider. Wait, if I turn it off, does it still work? Yeah, of course it does. Anyway, let's yeah, let's go ahead and collider. It's not collision, it's going to be called a collider. Collider 2D. Wait. Okay. And let's put a collider 2D. And on trigger enter. Do I need to call it 2D as well? Probably, because the collider is 2D as well. Okay, let's go ahead and see if that actually works. No, it doesn't. It's not 2D? Maybe it's not 2D because there was no indication of 2D. Oh, anyway. Let's just try and catch it. No, it's not working at all. Come on, dude. On trigger enter. It's big O? Really? Yes, it is. Come. My dude. Yes, that was probably it. Jesus. Naming standard. Am I right? Let's just go ahead and get even the bad egg. Yep. Yep. And now the eggs shouldn't actually be... Okay, so there's another bug. Some of the eggs are slower than the others. Apparently for no reason. Oh. Okay, so what I want to test right now is... Let's see if they collide. They don't collide! Yay! Well, looks like that was done. I'm very proud of myself, kind of. So what I'll need to do next is place collision boxes. Okay, so let's do this one as well. This one is done. By the way, I don't know the guy who called me, but if he wanted to talk, he should have just left a message before. I mean, I'm not saying that we can't talk, but I need to, you know, get to know you people. Just don't just call me right off the bat. Okay, so special rolling trigger for egg roll sound. This is going to be a bit of a bit of work. So I'll need a body which has a box collider 2D and is triggered, but it's going to be set up on the ramps. Let's go ahead and do just that. Let's make another box zone. Actually, I'll just copy the ramp helpers. Let's just duplicate this one and take it out into the gameplay. Yep, and I will rename it to be top right ramp. Yeah, that was correct. Ramp sound trigger. It's not going to be a catcher zone. It's going to be untagged because we don't actually need, or do we? Actually, we do need it tagged. Yeah, we need it tagged. Let's go ahead and do just that. Make another tag. It's going to be called ramp sound triggers. Let's go back to this one. Ramp sound triggers, and we're going to duplicate this 3 times. This is going to be called, that was top right, then we're going to have top left, and then we're going to have bottom right and bottom left. Bottom left. There we go. And top right is going to be somewhere over here. And then top left is going to be 277 minus 299. So then we're going to go to 277. Oh no, minus 277, and then minus 299 minus 299. And then we're going to have these ones bottom right. Set it up off by hand. It's going to be over here. That looks nice. That's going to be 239 by 521. So 239 minus 239 minus 521, if I'm not mistaken. 239. There we go. Yes. We'll set up the pivots or whatever in some other place. We'll have this. These are going to be colliders, but triggers. There's going to be no color. They're going to be completely. Wait. There's going to be no image. Sorry. These don't have images. Okay. We're going to have to get these. No, this is not a catch help script. So we're going to have to remove that component from all of them. There we go. And the car doesn't matter anymore. What else do we need to do is we need to add the sound component to all of them, obviously. Sound source. No, not play and wake. Audio sound source, audio source, not play and wake. Audio, not play and wake. And the last one. So they are going to be triggers. We need to make a special script for them, which we'll call ramp sound trigger script. Let's go ahead and open it. There we go. I don't know that we have start and update, honestly. Do we? No, we don't. So we don't have these. We don't need the game script if I'm not mistaken, but we need the other one. We need this one. And we don't actually need that. What we need to do in that case is get the sound and play it. Let's go ahead and link them up. Okay, add component. Wait, I don't need to add component. I can just do that. Bam, there we go. That should be it. Partly it. Okay. So in the future, I'll need to set this to not be callable while I'm streaming, right? I don't know if that even works. But anyway, so when it's triggered, I need to get the audio source. So I'll have to do a get component audio source of the audio clip and just play it. How do you do this? Let's go ahead and look over here. Okay, so I need an audio source probably. Audio clip. My source gets this dot get component of type audio source, and then this my source dot place an audio clip and scales the audio source volume by volume scale. No, actually just play. So theoretically this should be it. It's not. This is not available in the current context. Okay. Does that work? Just get component? No. Game object? How do I get the canvas of my own game object? Because I do it over here, right? Yeah, let's go ahead and check the game script out, because I think it's just game object dot get canvas. Where are the canvases? Canvas, game screen here. Yeah, I think just game object should be okay. Game object dot get component audio source. Does that work? No, it doesn't. Canvas group. Game script. Okay, let's search for this one, and this is going to be the last thing that I do today. Unity get own component. Get parent, no, get parent components. Best way to get parent object. No, how can I get a parent game object? Get all components in a game object. I mean, is that it? Nope. Get component. Because there's no this. Actually, that should be it, but I think I still need to do it in the start. So let's go ahead and do that and make a void start function and say my source gets the audio source. Is that correct? No, that is still not correct. How do I solve this? An object reference is required to access non-static member. Well, the problem is, what is the object reference of parent? Parent object reference I should be searching actually. Unity parent object reference. A script parent or calling object, yes. Transform.parent.gameObject will give you the parent of the game object. Okay. What? No. I think this is better. Parent, transform.parent. Wait, is this like, oh, I think this is it. Yep. Okay, so either transform.gameObject. Is this also accepted? I think it is. And if I play, does it play? Well, I don't know. Oh, nope, missing. There is no audio source attached to the gameplay game object. Gameplay? But the script is trying to access it. You probably need to add an audio source to the game object gameplay or your script. Oh, that's because it's trying to get the parent, which I am not actually seeking, so I don't need the, no, I need the current game object. So that was not correct. Maybe this will be correct, because the parent is gameplay of this one. Let's go ahead and see if that works. Sound looks to be working. Okay, so there's no error. Debug.log. This doesn't freak out. Let's see. So I should be getting the debugs whenever an egg passes through, maybe. This doesn't freak out. I should have like a lot of them. Whatever. How many did I have? Yeah, this doesn't freak out. Okay. I don't know if that was correct. I think it, yeah, whatever. I think it does it once. Does it do it once? Let's have int my ramp number, and we'll set it here. Oh, public. I need to set it to public. Public int my ramp number. Come on. Okay, so I don't know which one these were. 0? Oh. Okay, so this is 1. It's going to be 1. I'm guessing this is going to be 2. Yes. It's going to be 2. This is going to be 3, and then this is going to be 4. I think it doesn't even matter. What I want to do is actually, and then plus my ramp number. Let's stop maximizing on play because I don't like that. Does it also trigger? It triggers number 1. I don't know why. Okay, so right off the bat, before the game starts, number 1 triggers, and I don't know why, and that shouldn't be happening actually. Whoop. Okay, trigger number 1 triggers. Why? Nobody knows. That's a bit weird. But I've gone on for long enough today. I'm going to say that this maybe works. I'll have to get back to it a bit later, so I'll put an X over here as well. And yeah, the only thing that remains is to actually make the visual text pop-ups for events. I don't know that you guys would actually like to see that or not. It's not that important, and I'm not going to make like, I'm probably going to just copy paste some effects off of the internet and just add text, and that's it. And then I will be replacing the graphics, putting in all of the sounds, and hopefully launching the game as soon as possible. But anyway, thank you to everybody for watching and listening. Hopefully you guys have learned something or liked something. If you didn't, then just hit the dislike button. And I'll be streaming soon, like the coming days. I'll probably be streaming some more, I don't know, maybe Rise of Industry or maybe some other game. I was thinking about maybe doing a playthrough of an old game like either Disciples 2 or what else? Yeah, there are many games that I could be making playthroughs of. But yeah, anyway, thanks again for watching and listening. Hopefully I will see you guys next time, and